Okay. So now we're going to talk about wheel spacers. The reason why you'd want to go with this is if you're using your factory rims. And I quite like mine, but the problem is the back spacing is wrong. So it's too tight to the body of the Jeep. And if you try to put in wider tires, you're going to get some rubbing. So to counteract that, you're going to use a spacer. And it's going to bolt up to the hub of the Jeep where you would bolt up your tire. And it's going to allow you to bolt your tire to this. And this difference is how much space you're going to get, pushing the tire outward. So this one here is 1.75 inches. It's made by Synergy, and it comes in other sizes. You can get an inch, you can get it 1.5, this is 1.75. But I would recommend that whatever brand you get, whatever size you get something that's hub centric. So the difference between a non-hub centric and a hub centric is that you get this flange here. It's like this lip, and it's gonna take a lot of weight. So it's gonna, relieve a lot of stress from the bolts. And a non-hub centric spacer could have failure with, the lug bolts. So this adds strength, and you'd want that because you don't want your tire breaking off in the middle of the road. So go for a hub centric spacer. This one is also billet aluminum, not cast aluminum. So again, just a little stronger. And yeah, it's a nice piece, and it bolts right up. It's really easy to do. Let's do it. Okay, so the wheel adapters are real simple to install, and you want to make sure that your hub is fairly clean before you bolt them on. It also states in the instructions to remove, these weird clips. You can use a screwdriver and just tap them out. Use a pick, pull on them, and just turn them out. And have a good time taking all of these off on all your hubs. Do whatever it takes. We're not going to reuse them, but we want them off. Okay, to save yourself some time, get these things started, grab some vice grips, and just rip the thing off. Way quicker that way, and it'll be gone. Alright, as a safe precaution, in case I ever need to take these adapters off, I'm just going to put some anti-seize on the face of this hub. So this kit comes with thread locker, and you're going to want to put it on every single one of these bolts here. Just put a dab. Okay, so now we've got the anti-seize on the face, we got the thread locker on the threads. You can put your adapter on. Only really goes on one way, so you can't mess that up. And then you're going to take the nuts off each of the bolts and just transfer them on here. Alright, next step, we got them on, so we're just going to torque the nuts down, and I'm doing it to 90 foot-pounds. You're going to want to do it in a crisscross star pattern.
Yes, go click, click.
Go click, click. Now we put our wheel on, just like normal. Lift with your back, not with your legs.
That's the other way. Lift your legs, not your back.
Alright, wheels back on. Now you just gotta torque these guys down. It's the same spec, so 90, 95 foot-pounds, and you should be good. Alright, that's the end of the install, and it's as easy as it could ever get. Honestly, if you can change your tires, you can put one of these things on. There's one last quick step, and that's just to go back and check your torque on each of these wheel spacers. So I recommend actually setting your torque wrench a little bit lower than what we tighten these nuts down to. So we did 90 foot-pounds, set your wrench to about 88, 89, just to keep yourself from spinning the nut and breaking the Loctite. Just a simple little thing like that. And every time you go and do a tire rotation, it's a good practice to just double check that the torque is nice and tight and nothing has come loose. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Rubicon Unlimited. I'm going to leave a link in the description for these Synergy wheel spacers in a couple sizes in case you want to check them out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be pushing out a lot more content. Every time I do a mod to this Jeep, I try to document it and try to bring you guys along for the ride. So I'll see you guys next time.